This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're at Newlands Gym here in Essex. Delighted to be joined by Mr. INDER BASSI Singh. How are you, mate?
Hey, I'm all good, thank you. I'm all good. How are you doing?
All good, all good. You're in action this week in Grays on an MTK prospect show. So just want to get out and get some rounds in and get another W.
Yeah, definitely. My first fight this year, I had 3 last year. You know, that was not bad considering lockdown and boxing was a bit upside down. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back out and getting a W.
You turned professional back in 2019, was it?
Yeah.
So obviously in those amount of fights, I'm sure that kind of the pandemic situation probably restricted a lot of boxers. Otherwise, you'd probably be in double figures now. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, most of my professional career has been taken over by lockdown. You know what I mean? Not just me, but anyone who turned pro at the same time. My first 2 were both on Sky Sports, and I had another one I had the tickets for, but then it just got cancelled because of lockdown. But I've been keeping active at MTK, have been looking after me, so I can't complain. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. The last time I checked, your opponent was still Jack Eubank for this week. Is that still the case?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's still Jack Eubank. He's a game fighter. Do you know what I mean? He's going to come to win, so it'll be a good fight.
Do you feel like through every one of your fights, obviously you did suffer the one kind of, I call it a loss, but we obviously know the situation surrounding it. But do you feel like you're progressing each fight as they come along? Do you notice each bit of progression?
Definitely. My last 2 fights, you know, in November, he come to win. He was a game opponent. I give away about 2-3 kilos. Do you know what I mean? In weight, he come to win, and I scored him, and then I boxed literally a month later. Danny Dignam was meant to box, but he injured himself, so there was a spot on the show, so I boxed. I feel like I'm moving up, and come Friday, yeah, you're going to see a different and improved version of me.
I do want to talk about that blemish that is on your record. It was an unfortunate situation for yourself. I just wanted you to kind of reflect on that a little bit with Jack Martin.
Yeah, so it was lockdown. I hadn't boxed since for almost a year now. It was because of lockdown and pandemic and whatnot. And then they offered the fight, so I took it. We boxed in the amateurs. He actually cut me in the amateurs as well. But we boxed, and I was in really good shape. You know, I'm not going to make excuses, say I wasn't fit or I wasn't concentrating or whatever. But the better man won on the night. A lot, someone said, oh, you didn't have to take it. A lot of people said if I didn't break my nose from an headbutt, it could have had a different outcome. But I'm not going to sit there and say, you know what, I should have won, or this happened or that happened. I've got to accept it. I learned a lot from that loss. You know what I mean? If I could change it, I would. But it's taught me a lot. You know what I mean? It's taught me a lot. And fair play to Jackie. He's moving on. He's doing whatever now. But maybe one day in the future we get back on again. Do you know what I mean? Get it cracking again, definitely. But I learned a lot, and I could say if that happened or if this happened, but it didn't, and it's how it is.
Yeah, like I said, it is in the past now. Like I said, you've put together a run of wins since then. If you guys do rematch in the future and you've got a chance to kind of rectify that from your perspective, then good. If not, I'm sure like your career won't hinder on that one moment.
No, definitely, that's what I'm saying. I've actually moved to Waterway now, so I've moved down to Waterway because, one of the reasons I was making the weight too easy. I wasn't dieting, I wasn't doing anything. I was just walking around at that weight. I walk around 72 and I was boxing at 70, 71. So I'm actually moved to welterweight now. I feel good at it. I feel strong. So, like I said, if Jack Martin comes down to welterweight, maybe one day we get it cracking again, no problem.
Tough division domestically, and obviously we were just talking about it with Riley Wilson here, and the scene. Like, let's just talk domestically. It's strong again, the welterweight division here in the UK.
Yeah, it's buzzing. It's buzzing. You know what I mean? We've got like we were saying earlier. There's so many fighters. Even Josh Taylor, he's moving up to welterweight as well now. So it's a very exciting division. They're big names. You know what I mean? One day, hopefully, I can share a ring with these guys. But I've only had 6 fights at the moment. But definitely, one day, if I keep improving, keep winning, I could be in the ring with one of them guys.
Absolutely. We were just talking about this kind of situation regarding Benn and Brook. Do you see that fight materialising? Is that a good fight for both?
I think it is, yeah. I mean, that would be a fight that if Benn wins, he moves up massively in the rankings, and he'll become a household. He is a household name, but it cements his place as a proper fighter. Brook is one of the best welterweights, Britain's seen in the past 10, 15 years, do you know what I mean? So it's a really good fight. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. Does Brook need it? I don't know, but it will be a really good fight.
And there has been whispers of potentially Amir Khan as well, invoking this rematch clause to fight Kell Brook again. I mean, I don't really know what that situation is, whether or how serious that situation is, but I think a lot of people were saying that both fighters should have retired after they had their fight recently. But I mean, if Amir Khan is to come back to fight Kell Brook, is that a sensible idea?
Personally, I don't think so. Listen, they're going to get paid X amount of million, so it's up to them what they do. But that's not the fight that fans want to see. We've seen it. It ended one way. It wasn't a close fight. You know, Kell Brook annihilated him. But no disrespect to Khan, he should retire now with his head held high. Do you know what I mean? He's done what he's done. He's done so much in his career. There's no point just going there for money and just taking his losses. And plus, it's a fight that nobody wants to see. I'd rather see Kell Brook and Benn, for example, or Kell Brook and maybe Josh Taylor, or another competitive fight, not a fight where it's going to be one-sided.
Boxing, eh? Let's talk about it all day long. Well, Inder, thank you very much for your time. You're in action at Gray's Civic Hall on Friday night, so crowd gets pretty lively at the Civic Hall in Gray's.
I've done about 170, but last week you always do about 20, 30 more, so hopefully I'll do about 200 tickets, and that's a small hall, so it's going to be buzzing. Can't wait.
Thank you very much. And we'll try and grab a word of you after your fight on Friday, so wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Cheers. See you soon.
Top man. Thank you very much.